What if the confusion you've been feeling was about to make perfect sense? Let that thought settle for a moment. You have arrived at this exact point in time for a reason, a moment of divine timing meant just for you. A gentle, powerful truth is waiting to be revealed, one that will not bring sadness, but a deep and lasting understanding that finally brings peace to your heart. The person you hold so dear has been carrying a hidden truth, but not out of deception. Their silence was a shield, born from a place of very human fear, the fear of being judged, the fear of loss, and the fear that their truth might damage the beautiful connection you share. They were, in their own way, trying to protect what you have. But now, a beautiful transformation is happening within them. They are being guided toward courage, learning that real love isn't about perfect people, but about honest hearts. Their journey toward truth is, in itself, an act of love. This is where your strength meets their courage. Your open heart is the final piece of this puzzle. The stillness you feel right now is your spirit preparing for a conversation that will not break your bond, but will rebuild it on an unshakable foundation of honesty. This is the true gift of this moment, the chance for a love that is no longer based on what is hidden, but on what is real. Get ready to replace uncertainty with a connection that is deeper, truer, and finally free. Have you ever noticed a quiet sadness in their eyes, or heard a slight tremble in their voice when they spoke to you? You might have mistaken it for distance, but you were actually seeing a heart overflowing with a truth it didn't yet know how to share. What you witnessed wasn't a lack of love, it was a love so profound it was afraid of its own echo. In their most private moments, they have been on their knees, praying for a courage that felt just out of reach. They have whispered to God, asking for the strength to face their own truth and, most importantly, to bring it to you with gentle humility. The weight they carry is not one of betrayal, but of a personal struggle they believed they had to bear alone. They didn't know how to translate their inner pain into words you would understand, so they let silence speak for them. But please know this, through every tear and every whispered prayer, their heart has never, ever stopped choosing you. Now, see their past silence in a new, sacred light. Every time they looked away, they were gathering strength. Every delay was not a denial, but a form of divine protection, allowing your bond to grow strong enough to handle the truth. God was using that quiet time to write the words they were meant to say. The universe has been sending them gentle nudges in dreams, in songs, in fleeting moments, all reminding them of your connection and guiding them toward this moment of healing. The time for silence is over. They are now ready to speak, and when they do, you will understand. Your tears will not be of heartbreak, but of profound recognition, because a part of your soul has always known. This is the beautiful unfolding you were both waiting for. What was once a hidden burden is about to become a bridge to a deeper, more honest peace than you have ever known. Have you ever felt an invisible thread, a pull you couldn't explain? That was the echo of your name being whispered to their soul, a constant reminder from heaven that their journey was always meant to lead back to you. They tried to ignore it, to listen to logic or fear, but the call was too strong. This was never a simple coincidence, it was a love story written by a divine hand, and every moment has been leading to this one. Inside them, a quiet war was raging, a battle between the fear of the past and the destiny of their future. But that inner conflict is now over. A profound peace has taken its place. Just as the scripture says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart," a deep and gentle cleansing has been happening within them. This period of silence wasn't empty, it was a sacred workshop where their love was being purified and strengthened, stripped of old fears and prepared for a new beginning. They are not coming back to reopen an old chapter. They are ready to show you the new person they have become, and to finally share the truth that has been growing and maturing inside them all this time. They hid their heart not to push you away, but to protect a love that was too precious to risk. They have been watching you, and in your strength and your quiet grace, they found the final piece of their own courage. They have been humbled by you, and they are now ready to stand before you, not with a perfect past, but with a truthful and devoted heart. You have no idea how deeply you've touched their life. When they finally find the words, their voice might shake not from fear, but from the sheer weight of the truth they are about to share. And in that moment, something incredible will happen, a shared sense of freedom. You will look at their vulnerability and feel compassion, not anger. You will finally see that their silence was a shield, guarding something precious until it was strong enough to survive in the open. Please understand, this was never about you being left behind. This was about both of you being prepared for something real. While they were away, God was teaching them the true ingredients of love: patience over pressure, kindness over control, and the humility to surrender instead of always trying to win. Their pain became their teacher. Every tear they cried was a silent prayer, and every sleepless night was a step closer to the light. They simply could not erase you because a connection written by heaven is permanent. Every time they tried to move on, a memory of you would pull them back. It wasn't an accident, it was an answer. They now hold a quiet respect for what you share, a knowing that it is anything but ordinary. And you've felt it, haven't you? That sudden ache in your chest, a wave of feeling for no reason at all? That was not your imagination. That was the silent call of their soul reaching for yours across the distance. This bond you share isn't a chain holding you back, it's a lifeline pulling you both toward your purpose. God has been working on both of you at the same time, teaching you how to be patient and teaching them how to be brave. The heaviness you've both felt is the weight of a truth that is ready to be born. That season is over. The angels are saying it is time. Time for truth. Time for light. Time for the hidden things to finally be spoken, so that your hearts can finally, truly, come home. The wall of fear they built is finally coming down. They are no longer hiding. Right now, they are practicing their words, praying not for a perfect speech, but for the right heart, asking God to let every word come from a place of love, not pride. When they stand before you, their intention is not to impress you, but to repair what was broken between you. Their words will feel heavy, not with guilt, but with heavenly purpose. Their confession won't be smooth or polished. It will be raw, it will be trembling, and it will be unmistakably real. And in that rawness, you will find a surprising peace. You will finally understand the why behind the wait, and you will see how this divine delay was protecting you both all along. Every moment of silence, every pang of pain, none of it was wasted. God was using all of it, weaving every thread into a stronger, more eternal kind of love. They have been humbled. They have faced their mistakes and have been changed by a grace they know they don't deserve. They have learned the most important lesson, that true love isn't about owning someone, but about protecting the sacred bond you share. So, here is your part in this divine plan. Meet them with a heart ready to forgive. Do not let old bitterness lock the door that heaven is trying to open. Choose grace, for that grace is the key to your shared destiny. When they arrive, listen with more than your ears. Listen with your soul. Look past your wounds and into their eyes. You will not see the person who walked away. You will see a transformed soul, standing in the peace that can only come when God finishes a beautiful work of restoration. The journey is complete. Love has returned, wiser and truer than before. You are about to witness a miracle, not a loud one, but a quiet one. You will see it in their calm presence, hear it in their humble tone, and feel it in the peace that surrounds them. This is the unmistakable mark of redemption. They have been reborn through their journey, and the person coming to you is renewed. Heaven wants you to know this. Every tear you cried was a seed of faith you planted in the dark. Now, you are about to step into the sunlight and reap a harvest of joy. You prayed for truth, and truth is now knocking at your door. You asked for a sign, and these words are your confirmation. The bond God created between you is unbreakable. No amount of distance, time, or fear could ever destroy what heaven has joined. What was once hidden is now ready to shine. What was once broken is being made whole. And the silence that once stood between you is about to turn into a song of healing. When you hear their confession, you will cry. But these will not be tears of sadness. They will be tears of release, washing away the old pain to make space for a profound peace. You will look back and see the purpose in every delay. You will understand that every unanswered question was part of a divine plan. And through tears of gratitude, you will finally whisper, "Now I understand, Lord. You were protecting this love all along." This moment is about more than just hearing an explanation. It is about receiving a deep, mutual healing. You will finally understand their fear, their struggle, and the love that was always real, even when it was buried by confusion. And when you choose to forgive, heaven itself will smile. Because forgiveness is the key that unlocks the door to a second chance. A love that is truly divine never truly dies. It grows in the quiet times, matures through the waiting, and becomes unshakable through surrender. The angels confirm that both of your hearts have been prepared for this very moment. God's fingerprints are all over your story, in the dreams you couldn't forget, the memories that stayed bright, and the longing that never faded. The time for hiding is over. The season of truth has arrived. Get ready to feel a shift in the very air around you. When they speak, you won't just hear their voice, you will feel a sacred peace fill the room. It will be a light you can't ignore, a love that feels clean and whole. This is your reward for waiting with faith and enduring with grace. What they reveal will be the key that unlocks the past. The silence, the confusion, the distance, every piece will suddenly click into place, and the picture will finally make sense. The angels want you to know that your restoration has already begun. The story that started with a chapter of pain is now ending in beauty. This truth won't take you back to the way things were. It will launch you forward into the life you were meant to live. If these words feel true to your soul, let your heart give its answer. Whisper it now, "I receive this truth. I forgive. I believe. I am ready for my restoration." Feel the peace that flows back into you. This is the moment your waiting ends and your understanding begins. They are no longer trapped in guilt. They are waking up, remembering a sacred promise they made to God long ago, a vow to love you purely and faithfully. Heaven is now holding them to that promise. They once prayed, "If this is real, I will wait, I will fight, I will become better." God heard that vow, and it has been echoing in their spirit ever since, guiding every path back to you. They have struggled to find the words to bridge years of silence. But the time for struggling is over. As the scripture says, "When the time is right, I, the Lord, will make it happen." That time is now. Heaven is moving. For them, any further delay would be a step away from their destiny. Get ready. The breakthrough is here. Can you feel the energy shifting? A powerful, divine force is now compelling them to act, to finally speak the truth they have held for so long. And part of that truth is something beautiful they've been hiding, their profound admiration for you. They have watched in awe as you rose from your pain with grace. Your strength has not gone unnoticed. In fact, It has been a guiding light for them. Every victory you achieved was a quiet confirmation to their spirit that you are a blessing sent directly from heaven, and it humbles them to realize they almost let you slip away. This journey has taught them the true meaning of love, just as the scripture describes. They now understand that real love isn't about what they can get, but what they can give. It's about protecting, serving, and honoring you. This is the sacred commitment they are now ready to live out. In their quietest moments, they have filled pages with letters, some addressed to you, others to God, overflowing with apologies and sacred promises. One day, you will read these words and see the tangible evidence of their transformation, painted with their prayers and tears. Please hold on to this truth: you were never forgotten. Even in their most distant or cold moments, you were the quiet voice guiding them through confusion, the unspoken prayer that steadied them when they were lost. They have asked about you constantly, whispering your name to friends, to family, and to God, their heart always wondering if you were happy, if you had moved on. But deep down, they know the connection remains. Every time your heart suddenly races for no reason, or their name pops into your mind out of the blue, know that this is not a coincidence. It is spiritual alignment. Heaven has been synchronizing your hearts, preparing you both for this very moment of reunion. The core of it all is this: they never stopped loving you. They only stopped believing they were worthy of you. But God is now healing that lie, helping them to see themselves through heaven's eyes, forgiven, redeemed, and wholly ready to walk the path that always leads back to you. Something is ending, and something far more beautiful is beginning. The moment of their breakthrough is so close you can almost feel it in the air. A confession is forming in their heart, and a sacred encounter is being carefully arranged by heaven itself, a moment where raw truth will finally meet gentle understanding. Their voice may tremble. Your tears may flow. But in that vulnerable exchange, heaven will smile, because a love that chooses honesty and healing is a love that truly honors God. It's vital you understand this now. The silence and the distance were never a punishment. They were a form of divine protection and preparation. God was using that time to shape you both for a love that is unshakable, a love that stands firm under pressure, grows stronger through storms, and becomes a lasting source of deep healing. Soon, everything will make sense. You will see the profound wisdom in every painful delay, just as the scripture says, "I waited patiently for the Lord, He turned to me and heard my cry." God heard both of your cries, and now He is turning His face toward your story to make everything new. Heaven's promise is clear and certain: what was hidden will be healed, what was silent will be spoken, and what felt lost will be wonderfully found. When it happens, the only words that will feel right are, "This must be God." Heaven has already written the ending to your story, and it is not a tragedy. It is a powerful testimony. It is beauty rising from ashes. It is redemption, wearing the very face of love. Even now, they are preparing. They walk through their days whispering quiet prayers, asking heaven, "After everything, will they still welcome me?" And heaven's answer echoes back, "Yes." What God has joined together in spirit, no amount of distance can undo. No misunderstanding can cancel a heavenly seal. You are connected by divine threads, and those threads are now glowing with purpose once more. They miss more than just your presence. They miss the safety they felt with you, the way your words could calm their deepest storms. They've tried to move on, but every other voice fades, every other face blurs. Every path, without fail, leads their heart back to you. You did more than just touch their heart. You awakened their soul to its true purpose. That realization has now fully dawned on them, and its power has changed everything. They are no longer running. Their fight is over. They are finally surrendering not to defeat, but to a love that heaven itself has refused to let die.